Well, I said I was going to be raw and chaotic when we were doing these. I couldn't vlog too much while we were there, and I've literally just, yeah, I'm in so much pain, it's unbelievable. Every single millimetre from the tip of my toe to my head hurts. We haven't eaten. I've literally had 2 drinks. It's done. I still don't feel like I should be there. I was hoping it'd feel more enjoyable than this, and I think tomorrow, once we get in, I keep steaming up my glasses now, when we're in and it's opened and the atmosphere and all that sort of stuff, yeah, it's just, I'm in so much pain, it's unreal. So we're on our way home now. I'm hoping to stop somewhere to get some food before we get home, because it's 8:10 and we haven't eaten since this morning, and all we had was a bacon, 2 pieces of bacon and a bagel. So I don't think that's helping either. And I couldn't sit down as often as I wanted to, and the walking to go and get the lanyard, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this is it for prep. There's nothing more I can do now. We're on our way home. Yeah, so next vlog will be tomorrow. Just a quick one. We are here and the stall is looking pretty fly, but it's really dark. They are turning the lights on apparently, but I've just got some tinkering to do now, and then we're ready to go. If I can vlog behind the scenes, I will try, but I can't guarantee it. I've come to spend my pennies before I've even made them, but look who I found. If you don't know who he is, I don't know where you've been living, under a rock, clearly. It's Jill.
Hi, everyone.
Look, my little baby bear. Wave. I'm going to show you the chaos. This lanyard's so itchy. I'm going to show you the chaos that is behind the stall in a minute. They turned the lights on and we had the biggest, like, most stupendous yay coming from pretty much half the venue. As like half of us, but in the dark. I don't know actually. I don't know. Let me show you the chaos.
Hello.
This is all the clothing. This is stock that we need to get to. So these are the freebies. These are the badges.
This is the behind the scenes.
This is the stock. This is the box full of the catchables. I treated myself to a t-shirt.
I saw that. I was going to get you one, but you've already got one.
There's my lunch and stuff in there. Lunch, other bags and bobs, and like I've got my little storagey bits here, but there really is not a lot of room, and that's how well the sticker storage works. That's probably my favourite storage hack ever. But it's going to be opening in, what time are we? We're going to be opening in 1 minute.
It's now open.
Now I'm pooping my pants. My neighbours are so nice. I can't get the mic to work with the phone, by the way, so I don't know how well this audio is going to translate. Because it is really loud in here, so yeah, my mic won't work, and the one I ordered isn't going to be here on time, which is frustrating. But my neighbours are really, really lovely. Just been having a chat with a couple of them. The doors are open, so yeah, we're sort of, it is what it is now.
One thing a lot of people don't realise is that my sister is also here, and this is her first time at MCM Comic Con. Look how good her table looked. She's hiding. She's there.
I'm hoping you can hear me. I have to get really close. I had my first sale, 4 medium stickers, £8. It's made me really happy that someone loves them. So I've got a coffee going. There's some amazing costumes happening around here. it's just a really lovely atmosphere. I'm really hoping you can hear me. But yeah, first sale done. Cannot fault the atmosphere here. It's really good. I'm already in quite a lot of pain, so I'm sitting down quite a lot. I'm quite flushed. Met some really lovely people still, had a couple more sales, but yeah, hubby hasn't even sat down yet. I think he's in his element. He's loving it. I've forced him to put his ankle support on because he's in pain as well, but overall what are you hoping to get though?
I want this one.
Oh,
I don't want to break it.
What did you get? What did you get? Oh, I can't believe you got the coveted rare. I've got so few of those left. I got given these tiny little ducks and a mushroom and a little tiny witchy hat. Like, how cute is that? I did a load of blurb and realised I hadn't pressed record. My throat is dry. I haven't been hydrating. Yeah, it's been really good. I'd like to have vlogged a little bit more, but I get really nervous about some of the interactions. I just want to focus on the interactions, I think. But some of the cosplays have just been absolutely insane. I've got a couple of bits for the kids because I'm having mum guilt now over not being able to bring them. I'm really annoyed at my mic, but if I have to, I don't know what the words are, put subtitles up, then I'll do my best. But yeah, it's 5:25. Hubby's just gone to have a look at something. He's in quite a lot of pain. I'm in quite a lot of pain. Tomorrow is a really long day. And it'll be a 6 a.m. get up because we need to be here before 9 a.m. The hoodies have gone well. I've sold a desk mat. The rugs have gone well. Done a few gotchas, not as many as I thought. We haven't sold a single mini print. My poor little Doodle's got no work to do today. But yeah, I think overall I'm going to have probably a bit of a tinker in the morning for maybe products that haven't sold as well and move things around, but overall I'm really happy. I found my ends! And how long have you been following me?
Years and years.
She may as well have mortgaged my house with the amount she has spent with me, and I'm just about to hand off. This is Year of the Snake. If you follow me, you know what Year of the Snake is. This is Year of the Snake. She is now collecting
Mine.
and it is now officially ends.
Yay!
About time. Day one done. Bonita Doodles done. Coffee Man
Broken.
done. Oh my god, we are broken. My feet hurt so much. But honestly, I'm gonna fill in all the details at the end when I do the roundup, because there are a couple of things that I'm hoping that they're going to improve tonight. So you're not going to know this until the vlog goes out anyway. But we're on our way home. My throat is, I keep losing my voice, but my throat is getting dry. We have eaten, not a huge amount. We're really hungry. I don't really want a burger. So I'm going to go home and maybe treat the kids to a KFC. double table. We've managed to get more stock out. It's day 2. We were only allowed in. We were only allowed in an hour before, and we had to do that. So it's been a bit of a mad rush, but day 2, let's go. So where they had to move the tables because the spacing, like from table to table, there wasn't enough room really to get one wheelchair and one person. Literally, people with cosplays were having to walk down sideways. So they've spread the walls apart, so we've got a bit more room, a little bit more room, a tiny, like literally a couple of centimetres behind the table, but a lot more at the front of the table. So because the guy that was next to us was doing etiquette stuff, it's such an amazing, I'm going to put all the details in the description so you can go find him, because he's so lovely. Because they moved him, because he does a lot more etiquette stuff, he needed room to little dancing lessons, you'll see. They then had this table spare, and John was like, you know, well, what are you going to do with it? Can we use it? And they said, yeah, absolutely, we'd rather it was used than be emptied, because, you know, that doesn't look good. So yeah, I'm really quite, this is gold dust, absolute gold dust. And this happened on a Saturday, but we were only allowed in at 8 o'clock. I thought we were allowed in from 7, so we actually had to wait outside to get in. So to have an hour to literally go, right, okay, we need to literally set up another table and rejig. Hubby was in a panic, as you can imagine, but we did it, we got there, we're in, doors are open. Yesterday was okay-ish, I think. For my first con, I'm really happy with how much we took yesterday. I'll go through all the boring stuff when I'm at home and do the final part of the vlog, but I will see what I can do with regards to vlogging more stuff today, but I don't know, we'll have to see. You having a good day? Good. Sorry? Oh, thank you. It's my first time here. Ah, thank you. It is, yes. Doing my best. Yes, more than welcome. Have a good day. That one from? Oh, I wasn't sure if you saw, he had the bucket on his head with the eyeballs. He was talking to Eddie. It's gone now. Been here long, have you just got here? Since 8? Wow. Oh my god, that's a long way. You're going to be nice and tired today. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy what you get. You enjoy it today? Just got here. Have you? Were you here yesterday? No. need to though, don't you? Because there's a lot to get through, and you need your breaks, and yeah, there's just so much. Even like every morning when I walk through here, I'm like, oh, I didn't see that last time, or I didn't see that time before. There's just so much. Yeah. Yeah, with a little tufted needle, or punch needle they call it. The one I use is about that big. It's my zen place. I've been drawing and everything for years and years and years, and that was always my real thing. And then there's something about the tactileness of working with the yarn and the fabric, and even the pressure of the needle. I wanted to be a tattoo artist for years. This is the closest I'm going to get to it. Oh right, yeah. Yeah. It is. It's fun. A lot of people are put off to begin with because it's finding the right combination. It's taken me a year to find the right combination of needle to yarn to fabric. But once you get it set, you're away, and then you just have fun with it. Thank you. Thank you. It was lovely meeting you. The rest of the day. You're going to have a bag full of cards. I have my own website. Yeah, so it's all done via my own website. Yeah, I left Etsy a few years ago now. They were taking more fees than I was making. So yeah, I've got my own website. I'm on Insta, TikTok. So yeah. Okay, no worries. I do custom orders as well if you wanted something specific. How are you? Nice. Oh, amazing. Also, and it's probably not relevant to you, I don't know, I'm just saying you might have friends or family. I've started doing things like seatbelt covers. My mum has asked me to make her a handle cover for her trolley, but I want to do them for crutches and wheelchairs because they're not always, the handles aren't always very comfortable. So yeah, something I'm looking into, so keep your eye out. Yeah, have a good day, enjoy. Take care. Hiya, you alright? I've just had something to munch quick, and I'm just writing down some ideas for a future mug rug. And I've had so many amazing interactions with people who are really interested in the mug rugs and teaching on YouTube. It's quite exciting. It's 2:10. And I have to say, Coffee Man is excelling, and he's been ridiculously helpful, and I really couldn't have done this without him. He's actually done an amazing job. It's not been the biggest day for sales so far. I'm actually half, I think, what I did yesterday, and today's actually the busiest day. But the amount of people that have taken business cards and things like that, I got my first mug rug commission. There's a lot of networking stuff going on here, and I think it's important to remember that these events are not just about that, they are for networking as well. And I've just had, again, some amazing interactions. So yeah, I think we're on till 6 today. I'm really bad and I haven't eaten. I've literally had a small Twix all day, and I was up at 6 o'clock. I've had 1 cup of coffee, but I have been drinking cold drink. They were the culprits. I think I might have just, yeah, that made me jump. Right, it is. I'm so flushed, man. It is, what's the time? We're 22 minutes past 6. It's been such a lovely day. I've had so many amazing interactions. I know I keep saying that. And I keep being given lots of little free gifts. I'm gonna put all the gifts together. So when I do the final bit of the vlog, I can show you all the little cute stuff that I've been given. It's been so freaking sweet. I sold Derpy. I did say though that the only reason I sold it was because somebody's coming back on Sunday to come and grab him. So they've paid for him and they're going to come and pick him up. And honestly, just so many lovely people. It's been such a buzz. I'm really suffering now with headache, feet ache, leg ache. My back really hurts. My husband has been Coffee Man. Oh my gosh, can we just praise Coffee Man, because he has been a godsend. And he's just been absolutely amazing. So yeah, for a Saturday, for my first con, I am exhausted. It's going to take me at least a month and a half, I think, to recover from this. But yeah, it's been really good. This is what he looks like when there's no one in here. I'm like, yeah, it's candy. No, I was going to do it tomorrow, but now I'm going to do it now. Look at her flashing. Look at this beautiful baby. Day 2 is done. Look at my little Derpy there. Day 2 is done. I'm going home to have cheese on toast. My throat is absolutely shot. I'm not drinking enough because I'm too scared. I definitely haven't eaten enough. So we're going home now. It should take us about 40 minutes to get home. Cheese on toast, a massive mug of coffee and my feet up, and a massive, again, like, this man deserves a medal. He has been my absolute pillar today and yesterday. Mwah, pain! My mic turned up and my stick turned up. So it's a bit easier to hold this and talk. So Gary sent me a message last night to remind me to not turn up an hour early because the clocks went back, and I've literally just walked out the door going, I need bright this time in the morning, and then hubby reminded me that the clocks went back. I don't do mornings, I don't do mornings. Anyway, yesterday I keep forgetting to do my the best sellers and the worst sellers, so I have to do that when I get in, and I guarantee I'm going to forget. But you can probably hear by my voice that I am very raspy and very congested, and it's really hard to get time to have a sufficient drink without being paranoid you need a pee all day, because I'm pretty sure they locked the accessibility toilet yesterday, which had me fuming because that's on the ground floor. And for wheelchair users especially, they don't want to be faffing about with a lift when it's as busy as it is. But that's by the by. And we've taken some stuff to restock. I've taken my colouring packs. I don't actually have many of them. So I've taken them with me, and a couple of the old blind bags that I had, because we're running low on Lucky Dibs. I don't envisage it will sell out today, but it's better to have that than not have it at all. So it is day 3. We are on our way, and we need to say goodbye to somebody very important today, but I'm not going to show you until we actually say goodbye. But a bit of, I cited the papers, but a bit of good news this morning is that my jackalope, my Spoonies jackalope wall hanging sold. Give that boy an award. Isn't he a clever boy? So we might do that. I'm hoping my arm's going dead now. I'm so tired.
It's all over the shop. We're late.
We'll go here then. Oh,
we're late.
I'm off now. Bye. did a thing and Kit's been willing to help me, so I need to go find her after this because, yeah, we're going to be in trouble.
Oops.
Look who it is. How tired are you?
So dead. I'm going to do a whole other day.
I know, it's bonkers, isn't it?
Best, shut up. You got packed down. I still got packed down. Oh, dead.
Oh, you just. And she's gone. I got my microphone and then forgot to plug it in for that bit of vlog. So yeah, we are here. We've had a little bit of a tinker. I put the extra bits out. In fact, let me show you. And then I keep saying I'm going to edit my vlog, and then I don't edit my vlog. So we've had a bit of a tinker, and I've got the colouring packs out, and I bought a few of the other blind boxes. So we've had a tidy. We've gone from 4 crates of mug rugs down to 2. In fact, there's a bookmark behind there, darling. I've moved some of the patches over here. We've got my backpack out. There's been a little bit of interest. I've sold 1 bag, I think. One of the little ones.
I've been looking, but then I think it's again the price puts them off.
I don't know how a tenner puts people off. We've sold a couple of mugs. I've only got 3 tumblers left. That's all the lucky dips that we've got left. So that's done really well. The Neurospices did really well. The only thing that haven't really sold a lot of the clothing, which is a shame because I'd like to, but it's 9:20. So it opens in an hour for priority, and then at 12 is the normal opening, goes on till 5. So yeah, this is what it looks like. My amazing neighbours, Headache, he's a YouTuber, and I sat and watched one of his videos on the Friday night. It was really quite fun. So it's worth looking into if you like sort of deep. What are you doing? Well, it's yours anyway, so if you make a mess, that's down to you, isn't it? It is hot. Where are the little cups? What level of barista is that?
I'm trying to cool it as it goes down.
I don't think it works like that, baby.
No, well, I don't know because I burnt my nose.
And this is the trash that is behind the scenes. Hang on, there we go. This is the behind the scenes. But I tell you what, we were so blessed. I'll actually no, I'll tell you now. So these walls here. So the distance between this is the distance between our stands. We have one of the tightest alleys. Look at the distance between there and then there. So when you compare that to that, this is bigger than it was 2 days ago. They've moved it twice. I had to move it twice. And because they moved it, Humphrey, the person that was next to us, they moved him up to the end of that one over there, and they had a spare table. We had a table next to us. So John went, "What are you doing with that table?" And they went, "Well, you might as well have it. Let's fill it. Let's not have it empty." So that's how that happened, which was pretty much gold dust. So for my first experience, it's been phenomenal. I'm really, really like stoked. I'm sure I hope I didn't piss anybody off, and it wasn't my fault. Oh, and this is, while I remember, this is the creators stage. Bearing in mind, this is only the North Hall. There's the South Hall, and then upstairs there is all like the famous people, and it is the biggest con of the year. So I need to do a little bit of final tinkering. I need to edit my video, and yeah, we'll just vlog a bit through the day. I might not be able to do any introducing, but I just want to introduce you to Candy. There's her hubby there. I'm going to link her again in the comments, so you can go find her socials. She is one of the nicest people you will ever meet, and I've known her for probably more than 10 years, I think. More than 10 years. And she's a babe, and she's awesome, and she's one of the nicest people. So yeah, I'll put her socials in. For my first con, I think it's gone really well because I have no expectations and I've got nothing to compare it to other than previous events. And honestly, I've just loved the interactions, because I'm a bit of an introvert anyway, and I spend all day at home, and I work from home, and I don't really get to talk to anybody. Like, I do live feeds, but I'm not physically talking to them. So it's been really, really nice, and like-minded people as well. Finding my fam. Agreed. Yeah.
As much as you can do for like friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. I really, really love it.
Oh, I'm so pleased you've been having a lovely time.
I was eyeing that up.
There was two. Yeah.
Oh, I want it.
Oh, honestly, I love vanilla spicy badges. Do you want me to grab the other bag for you now? It's on the end there. Thank you. And you get a free giftie. In fact, that would take you over the 40, so you get a free tote as well. So, are we a purple or? It sounded like you're a purple. Yeah? Oh my goodness. That is the last kitty bag. Oh my lordy. I shall wait until you are absolutely the keychain. What size are you, my lovely?
I kind of vary. I don't go with a large.
Oh, I think I might only have. There's loads on the website. Large. Meant for you. No touchy tea. They are really comfortable and they're really soft.
Oh yeah. They feel like that.
And no tags.
Honestly.
Right, let's see. Is that card? Yeah. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hiya. Oh, you're getting one as well? Really happy. Just sold both of the bags. Sold a t-shirt and just sold another I Need Space zip hoodie. I've just put another one out on display because I just make sure that when they're buying one that they know that there's a zip available. So yeah, really happy. It's been quite a cool little beginning actually. A few people say that like they take Saturday and Friday to have a look around, work out what they want to get, and then they'll come back Sunday and yeah, just grab the bits that they want. So it's really cool.
On Sunday, it's just kicked straight off.
It has, hasn't it? I thought
It's
that.
gone straight off.
Yeah, it's bonkers. It's amazing. I love this. It's 11:36, so we haven't even opened. There's priority to get 2 hours to come look around, and the main people that are allowed in are from 12 o'clock. So we're not even 12 o'clock, and I've already got to just under half of yesterday's sales before 12 o'clock. This morning has definitely, I think, been what other people have said. People have looked, seen what they wanted to get. I've had a couple come back and get what they want. So I think it's definitely been a browse couple of days, and now it's the buy day. Again, I've seen an uplift in stickers this morning. My brother sold a journal, so it's one less journal to take home. Sold 2 mugs. So yeah, so far yeah, going well. My feet are in a lot of pain, but you know, price to pay. It just seems a lot busier, quicker. So I don't know if that means that later it will end up dying off quicker. I don't know. We'll see. Also, I have completely run out of the goodie bags for people to spend over £20, and I have 2 tote bags left for those that spend over 40. What I might do is actually take the sign down now about the free gifts. Yeah, I have, like, when somebody's spent over a certain amount, I have given them like one extra, or for, you know, for whatever reason. I've just been a bit generous. But yeah, say goodbye, Mr. Gorski. It's still continuing to be insane. I'm just eating a bit of lunch, and all the things, like I said, that weren't selling yesterday are going today. So it's really interesting to see the difference in what people are interested in. It's just been non-stop, absolutely non-stop. But we've had what's gone? We've the Dino, Water Love Dino's gone. Hang in there, Bish has gone. Oh, the colouring packs. Yeah, 3 of my colouring packs have gone, and I had no intention of bringing them in. It was only because we were running low on stuff that I brought them in. But yeah, it's bonkers. Okay, we are finally saying goodbye to Derpy. And where is Derpy going?
Belgium.
To Belgium. Goodbye! Goodbye, little Derpy! Goodbye! Oh, come back! Come back! Goodbye! That is it. We are done. Everything is packed down. Everything's on the trolley. I'm shattered. Goodbye, MCM. MCM is done. I am home. I am shattered. And we're going to break this section into 2 subsections. I'm going to first talk about it from the perspective of a business. How it was, the experience, the technicalities, and all that sort of stuff. And then part 2 will be from a disabled perspective. I told you at the very, very beginning that I would be honest and raw and tell it as it is. There's no point in me fluffing around the bush. So we're just going to crack on with it. So, from the perspective of logistics, the logistics of getting there, perfectly fine. We had a really good run. Traffic was good. We've got a fairly straight route, actually. So I think we were quite lucky in that perspective. What I hadn't realised was that we had got caught up in the voyage. And by that, I mean the voyage is where you have to pay to be taken onto the same level as the event. So if you're like a big van, you've got loads of stuff to unload, you don't want to be doing it manually or using the internal lifts. And I'm really shocked that apart from voyage, there are no actual big like service lifts that you could use. All you had was customer lifts or the Voyage option. So we sat in Voyage quite a long time until I called someone over and I was like, look, we're now actually late for our parking slot. And then we managed to get in. But the Voyage takes you straight out onto the floor. So there's no having to deal with the lifts. So apart from having the wait, it was quite good because we went straight out onto the floor. So we could load both of our trolleys. We had two big trolleys. We could both load them up. Hubby just got on with it, cracked on. I poodled along as slow as I could. And then we got to our table. And the first thing we noticed after the excitement of being there was how small the rows were. So when you consider table front to table front, there was barely enough room to get a wheelchair down. And behind my table, had I got a wheelchair, I wouldn't have been able to get that behind. So we lost 45 minutes for people to move the walls because they're all screwed together. So the walls had to be moved to give us more room. So we thought, great, all done. Got sorted out, did the Friday. Friday, I was concerned because I think like halfway through the day, I'd barely made like 100 quid. So I was really scared that I wasn't going to make the table. But in the afternoon, it started to get really busy and there was a lot of talking. As you can tell, I've sort of lost my voice a bit. I didn't hydrate very well either, which wasn't very good. But there was quite a few complaints on the Friday about how narrow our particular alley was. Friday went fairly well, considering, especially for my first con. And I got a huge amount of compliments actually with the way that the table looked for my first con. People didn't think it was my first because of my setup. I just explained I have done events before, they have just never been this massive. So I did make table on the Friday and extra, so I was really pleased. On the Thursday, on the setup, actually, no, I'll move that to the disability side of things. So from the technicality, Mike, the guy who was our representative, was extremely friendly, extremely helpful. It did take a while to get things done, but he was on top of it, which was lovely. We had a WhatsApp number that if we needed to get hold of him, we could, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. You need that security, I think. So I think we had quite a good spot in reality. We were literally straight up from one of the main entrances, although a few people did say that they had difficulty finding us. The Wi-Fi was really bad there, so they couldn't always load up the maps to find where I had put. But we had great Wi-Fi actually until Sunday afternoon, and then we had nothing but issues. But the Wi-Fi held up. But Sunday was so ridiculously busy. We were literally non-stop from the second the doors opened. On the Friday, because people had complained about the width of the aisle, you probably saw in the clip the big princess gown that literally took up the entire aisle, and that shouldn't be the case. You had stormtroopers going down sideways, so it was quite funny. But it did mean that we lost footfall because people couldn't get up the aisle comfortably. Because of that, again, on the Saturday morning, I didn't realise because it was an earlier open and we set off at like 6:30, 7, thinking we would be there early. We were there early, but they wouldn't let us into 8 o'clock. And I didn't realise it was an 8 o'clock entrance only to be able to then have an hour to set up. We thought we would only be tinkering, but that wasn't the case. So because of the complaints that they had on the Friday, they moved the walls again a little bit. But what they actually did was the guy who was next to us, Humphrey, the butler, who is just such an amazing guy, he's so friendly, he moved up to a different place because a few people hadn't turned up, mind blown. a few people hadn't turned up, so there was space at the top end of the other aisle, and they wanted to fill that. So they gave him 2 tables, which ideally he needed actually because of the type of thing that he was doing. But then that left a table right next to us. So Coffee Man was like, well, what are you doing with the table? And he said, well, you might as well have it. We don't want it sat there empty. So we were like, bonus, that's bloody amazing, because getting a spare table is just unheard of. You have to pay for these things. So we felt really blessed that we were in that position, especially for our first con. But what that meant was we had half an hour, we had 30 minutes to where our gridding was angled, like whatever way round, like that. This bit we had to flatten out so we could go across the 2 tables, and then we had to get the spare stock out that we'd brought in the just in case we'd sold out. Friday was really good for takings for a first con, and I've got a lot of pocket money style stuff, so there wasn't a huge amount of big spends, although I was really worried that my hoodies weren't selling very quickly. I sold a couple that day. The Saturday, it then increased again in takings. I sold a few more hoodies, and we sold a couple of tees and a couple of crops. And then by the time we sort of bought the extra bits on the Sunday, like I said, Sunday, it did not stop. From the second the doors were opened, and what I find really like mind blowing is, like, I think like on the Saturday I had 67 sales, something like that. But on no 61 sales. But then on the Sunday where we did more because it was higher value, I had 51 sales. So although the sales were less, it was busier. So there were a lot of there was a lot of people chatting to me, a lot of people looking at the stall. So although not necessarily we were making bank, we were having chat, we were making contacts, and it just did not stop. I had a pee when I got there, and then I had a pee at 5:10. That was a very much needed pee. And that's part of the reason why we didn't hydrate very well, because it was so busy Sunday. I was too scared to. Um, and the pack down at the end didn't go too bad. I felt really bad for hubby. Again, I'll explain that in part 2 of this. But he did an amazing job. He was incredible the entire weekend. There is no way on this earth I would be able to do any type of con like that without his help. So hats off to Coffee Man. You did an incredible job, and I'm incredibly proud to call you my husband. And yeah, I'm totally blessed, totally blessed. I met some amazing people. I got to meet some of my followers. I got to meet a friend from school who came up with their kiddo, and I hadn't seen them in like 20 years. So that was a really nice little catch up. Overall, like, because I've got nothing to compare it to, when other people were saying this is not as good as last year, like they were more relaxed last year, we were able to do this, that, the other, and they were comparing it to May as well, and I've got none of that to have a comparison to. So this is from a fresh perspective, and I think actually a fresh perspective might be a bonus, because I don't think you want to be put off from people that have been there before that are saying, well, it's not as good as last year, or May or whatever. From an MCM Virgin, the experience was incredible. I'm very grateful to the help that we had. I'm very grateful to the bonus that we had, and the communications that we had. When we did pack down, we did not do voyage. I'm so glad we didn't. My sister was like, don't do voyage, we'd be sat there for hours. And when we left the car park, you could see the queue. We would have been sat there for hours. So we reduced it down to our 2 trolleys again. And after a bit of an argument with some of the staff that wouldn't let us use the lift to go downstairs, it's like one foot didn't know what the other foot was doing. That's the only thing I can sort of compare it to. So the left foot was saying no, and the right foot was going, well, that's your only way downstairs. So, there's no way I'm carrying it down. We needed to be at the disabled parking bay, and that lift took us there. So yeah, overall, technical, I think there are things that could have gone smoother, but I think for our first experience, I couldn't have asked for better, really. So part two of this is from a disability perspective, and I think it's really important to include this. There were quite a few cons, I would say, from an accessibility point of view, and I think I'm going to possibly be sending an email out with regards to this. If I was a wheelchair user, I would not be able to get my wheelchair behind my table, and I can tell you I needed one. On the Thursday after breakdown, I was literally in tears. I was crying because the amount of pain I was in. I was walking so ridiculously slow. I kept having to stop. I couldn't feel my back, my feet, just everything. And I'm still suffering now. Um, and I knew that I would, being a fibro sufferer and ME and all the other bits that come with it. It's going to take me a month to recover from this. My back and my legs for the last 2 days, I've had nothing but pins and needles in both. I just thought the accessibility was really poor, and there was only one accessibility toilet, like for quite a lot of rows. So if you're not a wheelchair user, but you still need the disabled toilet and you're not able to walk that distance, then you're pretty screwed. Um, Again, the wheelchair accessibility down our couple of aisles was very poor. I don't know what it was like in Artist Alley, but I know it was rummoed the whole weekend, so I imagine it would have been quite poor there as well. My biggest fear the entire con was the pain that I would be in, and it was a lot of pain. There's no denying it whatsoever. On the Friday, it was fairly quiet. I made sure, and if there was no interactions that required me to stand up, I made sure that I sat down. And that's frustrating because it can make me appear rude, and I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to be able to have these conversations with people and other wheelchair users, so we were at the right height. I don't know. I think if I do it again, I think my table has to be laid out slightly different. Because on the Sunday, I moved my gacha machine out the way because we had the extra space, and I could then have a clearer window to be able to talk to people. You probably saw some of the interactions there, and I had to stay sitting down because the level of pain. I had to protect my health. Um, and it just makes you feel, I don't know how it makes you feel. It made me feel like a little bit of a lazy, yeah, but I know that's not the case. I was in agony and there was no getting away from that. The Saturday, I also managed to sit down quite a bit. Hubby, of course, did a lot of the heavy lifting and all the stuff that needed more oomph than I could give at the time. Sunday worried me a lot because of how busy it got. I was in an awful lot of pain Sunday, which is what I'm trying to recover from now, because I couldn't sit down as often. So, although there wasn't a lot of walking, there was a lot of standing, and with my nerve impeachment at the moment, it just kept making my legs go dead. 3 times I snatched my leg. I've still got to make my physio appointment. 3 times I snatched my leg, and the pain just continues for up to a minute before I can actually talk to anybody. So that was quite embarrassing. Unless my health improves by next year, I feel I will need some sort of wheelchair or wheelie chair or something that gives me the ability. Like, I couldn't walk around anywhere. I couldn't go really see anything or see anybody properly. I only saw who was a very short distance away from me, and I was gutted because there was loads of stuff I wanted to look at, but I couldn't because I couldn't walk there. And that was really frustrating. That was a me problem, not an MCM problem. Even sitting here now, the tingles down my legs. It's certainly doable as a disabled person. There was lots of disabled people there, lots of wheelchair users there. So I think honestly, they really need to look at extending aisle widths and things like that a little bit more, and toilet accessibility. There is no judgment whatsoever, no matter what you're wearing, what you look like. And as sappy as this sound, that was a really beautiful thing. That was a really beautiful thing. And I just think, you know, that is the most biggest accepting family I think you can get around. So, you know, if you've ever thought about going, but maybe feeling like you're going to look a bit like a, you know, doodah at a wedding, you're not. You will fit in no matter what. Would I do it again? Yes, absolutely. Would I do May? No. I can only do this once a year. Unless my health improves, I can only do this once a year. So I'm hoping, because I have met so many wonderful people and people that do come back year after year, you know, I'm hoping that I can do October, and I know that we can refine things a little bit more now. I know probably what accessibility equipment I will need, and I think it would make the whole experience just that little bit better. But I had an amazing time. I had amazing support. Shout out to my sister, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been there. Shout out to Gilles again. He pushed me to take that leap. And yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the experience, and it is one for the books. So thank you very much for those of you that followed me with the vlog and the series. It is very, very much appreciated. And if you want to catch up with previous ones, go ahead, go watch the videos. And I'm hoping to keep up with future vlogs. I now have to put everything away back into my office and back into stock. So that actually will be next week's vlog. And then we shall start working out a bit of a system of what we're going to start teaching on the YouTube channel with regards to what we do. And then hopefully we can continue building our Doodle fam, getting more people into the fold and having more fun in future videos. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for being here with the experience with me. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, whichever it may be, my darlings, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.